Chosen ones. Heaven is replacing systems with chosen souls. There comes a moment in history when the old structures of power tremble beneath the vibration of something greater. The invisible gears of heaven turn, and all that was built upon deception, ego, and greed begins to crack. This message is not for everyone. It is for the chosen ones. Those who feel the call, those who sense the unseen transition unfolding behind the scenes. The systems that once governed this world, political, financial, social, spiritual, are being replaced. Not with new machinery, not with better rules, but with living souls who carry divine blueprints within them. You are those souls. You are the replacement heaven has chosen. Before we dive deep into this message, I want you to stay with me until the very end of this video. Something powerful will awaken within you if you do. The energy that flows through these words has been prepared for those who are ready to remember who they are. Leave your warmest wishes and the number 99 in the comments. 99 is the number of completion, the seal of divine transformation. As you write it, you anchor a frequency into your own life and into the world around you. Now, chosen one, like this video, subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the channel, and let's begin. This is where we start to make wishes come true, where we energize the universe with the vibration of truth and awakening. The first thing you must understand is that heaven is not a place somewhere above the clouds. Heaven is a frequency, a living dimension that overlaps this world. It has been waiting for alignment, waiting for the right souls to awaken so it can merge fully into the human experience. The systems of the earth, governments, corporations, religious institutions, media empires, were never meant to last forever. They were temporary frameworks, scaffolding that allowed humanity to evolve through density and separation. But every structure built on illusion eventually collapses when the light of truth shines upon it. Heaven is not destroying these systems in anger. Heaven is replacing them through you, through the chosen ones who embody higher consciousness. Every chosen soul carries a code, an invisible pattern of divine intelligence. You may have felt different all your life, misunderstood, isolated, or even rejected. You were never meant to fit in, because you were never designed to conform to a system that was meant to expire. The discomfort you felt has been a sacred tension, pushing you toward your true purpose. You are not a victim of the old world. You are the architect of the new one. Your sensitivity, your empathy, your inner knowing, these are not weaknesses. They are technologies of the soul. Heaven operates through frequency, not force. The new earth is being established not through politics or revolutions, but through vibration, through those who have purified their inner world and learned to anchor love, light, and truth into the collective field. When you look around and see chaos, corruption, and confusion, do not despair. The chaos is evidence that the shift is already happening. The systems are unraveling because their energy signatures are incompatible with the rising vibration of the planet. Old energies of manipulation and control cannot survive in a world that is awakening to divine order. That is why you may feel things are falling apart, but in truth, they are falling into place. The divine plan is unfolding with precision. Every breakdown in society, every exposure of lies, every dismantling of false power structures is a sign that heaven's order is taking root. The chosen ones are the vessels of that order. You are not here to save the world by fighting it. You are here to illuminate it simply by being. Your consciousness is the replacement system. Your compassion is the new currency. Your authenticity is the new government. Your integrity is the new law. The light within you is the new leadership that heaven is appointing. You may not wear a crown or hold an office, but you carry the authority of divine alignment. You are part of a silent revolution, one that works not with protests, but with presence, not with weapons, but with wisdom. Each act of love, each moment of forgiveness, each choice to remain centered when the world pulls you toward fear. These are the tools heaven uses to recalibrate reality. Understand this: the world you see is a mirror. The outer systems reflect the inner state of humanity. For generations, humanity has externalized power, creating governments to control, religions to define, corporations to supply, and media to influence. But all of these external systems were substitutes for what heaven intended to exist within. The chosen ones are those who now embody internal government, internal wisdom, internal abundance, and internal truth. You are heaven's infrastructure made flesh. You are not waiting for a system to change. You are the change manifesting through human form. You may notice that people around you are awakening at different speeds. Some are beginning to question everything. Others are clinging desperately to the old order. Do not judge them. Remember that awakening is a divine process. Every soul has its own timeline, its own rhythm. You are simply among the first wave. Those who volunteered to awaken early so that you could hold the vibration steady as the rest of humanity begins to rise. This is not an easy assignment. Many chosen ones have endured lifetimes of rejection, loneliness, and spiritual warfare. But now, all those experiences serve a purpose. They have refined you, tempered your spirit, and prepared you to anchor heaven into Earth's frequency grid. Heaven's replacement plan is not a physical invasion. It is a frequency substitution. Where fear once ruled, love now takes its place. Where lies once thrived, truth now expands. Where greed governed, generosity blooms. Every system that was rooted in fear is being replaced by souls who embody light. In education, new teachers of consciousness arise. In business, leaders with integrity are being positioned. In art, voices of divine creativity are awakening. In technology, innovators who understand the sacred balance of progress and spirit are emerging. This is not coincidence. It is coordination. Heaven is orchestrating a symphony of souls who each hold a unique tone in the song of renewal. If you felt an inner calling, a pull to leave certain environments, relationships, or jobs, trust that call. Heaven moves its agents strategically. Sometimes the departure you fear is the doorway to your true assignment. You may not yet know your next step, but your intuition does. The systems of the old world operate through logic and control. The systems of heaven flow through surrender and alignment. When you trust that inner voice, you participate in heaven's restructuring of earth. Every yes to your soul is a yes to heaven's plan. Look closely at the times we live in. The cracks in the world's foundation are not signs of failure. They are signs of birth. The light entering this planet is unprecedented. You may feel it in your sleep, in your emotions, in your sudden desire for truth and purity. This light is activating dormant codes in your DNA, awakening the original blueprint of the human, divine, compassionate, creative, and connected. The systems of separation cannot survive in the presence of that light. This is why deception is being exposed, why hidden agendas are surfacing, why the collective feels the pressure of purification. The light is not punishing the world, it is liberating it. Chosen one, you have been through storms not because you were cursed, but because you were being trained. Every betrayal, every disappointment, every dark night of the soul has sculpted you into a vessel of clarity. You had to experience the shadows of the system to understand how to hold the light beyond it. Now, heaven is calling you to rise, not with pride, but with purpose. Your presence is catalytic. When you walk into a room, frequencies shift. When you speak truth, illusion trembles. When you forgive, generational chains break. This is the power of a soul aligned with heaven's will. You may wonder how you can make a difference when the world seems so vast and broken. The answer is simple: by being fully yourself. The system wants conformity. Heaven desires authenticity. Every time you honor your truth, you dismantle an aspect of the old system. Every time you love where others hate, you overwrite darkness with light. Every time you choose peace instead of panic, you reinforce heaven's structure in this reality. The replacement is already happening, moment by moment, through every chosen soul who remembers who they are. It's important to know that this transition will not always be comfortable. The old energies will resist. You may face misunderstandings, isolation, or even spiritual warfare. But remember, resistance is confirmation. The darkness resists only what threatens its survival. When you feel opposition, it's a sign that your light is effective. Stand firm in love. The authority you carry is not from this world. It is from the divine source itself. You do not need validation from any earthly institution to know your power. You are heaven's representative, operating undercover within the systems until the time of full revelation. The world's systems are collapsing not because humanity has failed, but because humanity has evolved. You cannot pour new wine into old wineskins. The consciousness of the planet has expanded, and the structures of limitation can no longer contain it. The chosen ones are the carriers of that expansion. You are the bridge between worlds, the translators of heaven's language into human expression. You speak in energy, in art, in innovation, in compassion. Every act of integrity is a new law written in the fabric of creation. Soon, people will begin to notice that those who once seemed invisible now hold the answers the world needs. The healers, the visionaries, the truth-tellers, the quiet souls who walk in light, these are the new leaders. The systems will try to replicate their essence artificially, but they cannot reproduce the frequency of authenticity. Technology without spirit will crumble. Intellect without wisdom will collapse. Only that which is aligned with divine order will stand. That is the great replacement, not of people, but of consciousness. The awakening of the chosen ones is the signal that heaven's integration is complete. The earth will not be ruled by force, but by resonance. The highest frequency will naturally lead. This is why your healing matters. When you heal your trauma, forgive your past, and embody love, you become a node of stability in the planetary grid. Heaven flows through healed hearts. You are not just an individual. You are a portal through which heaven manifests. And so, as we move deeper into this transformation, remember this truth. The systems of man are ending, but the design of heaven is eternal. The false will fade, but the authentic will rise. The noise of fear will grow louder for a time, but the silence of peace will soon overwhelm it. Stay grounded, stay centered, stay faithful to your inner knowing. You were not chosen for comfort, you were chosen for purpose. Heaven trusts you because you have endured what others could not. The time of preparation is over. The time of embodiment has begun. You are not waiting for heaven to come. Heaven has come through you. You are walking proof that heaven has already begun its quiet revolution on earth. Every step you take with awareness rewires reality. Every word spoken from love reshapes collective thought. The systems of the world have been designed to keep humanity asleep, to separate people from the divine energy within them, to convince them that power belongs only to a few. But that illusion is dissolving. The chosen ones are awakening to the remembrance that power is not taken. It is reclaimed from within. Heaven's replacement of systems is not a war of flesh and steel, but of frequency and light. It is happening invisibly, yet its effects are undeniable. The leaders of this new world are not those crowned by men, but those anointed by the Spirit. They move quietly, speak truth gently, and act with unseen authority. You may have noticed how certain things no longer resonate with you. The news, the noise, the endless rush, it all feels hollow. That is because your vibration has shifted beyond the grasp of the system. You are being recalibrated to a higher frequency, one that cannot be controlled by fear or manipulation. The chosen souls are unplugging from the collective illusion, one realization at a time. Heaven is replacing hierarchy with harmony. The old energy thrived on competition, scarcity, and domination. The new frequency thrives on unity, abundance, and co-creation. The replacement is not external. It happens within consciousness first, and only then does it manifest in the physical world. Every time a chosen one chooses love instead of fear, heaven expands a little more into this dimension. Many of you are feeling a strange mixture of excitement and unease. It is the sensation of transition, the old self dissolving, the new self emerging. You are being rewritten by light. The frequencies entering Earth now are purifying everything they touch. Old memories may resurface, hidden wounds may reopen, not to harm you, but to release what no longer serves your evolution. You are being refined into a vessel capable of holding heaven's energy. This is why your journey has been so intense. Every hardship was a preparation, every loss a purification, every silence a moment of divine recalibration. The system cannot contain what you are becoming. It depends on fear to function, but you are learning to vibrate in faith. It depends on control, but you are guided by surrender. It depends on deception, but you embody truth. The chosen souls are not many in number, but their frequency is vast. One awakened soul radiates more light than 1,000 asleep in illusion. That is why heaven does not need to replace everyone, only those whose hearts are ready to serve as pillars of the new order. You are one of those pillars. When your light stabilizes, it naturally influences your surroundings. Families shift, workplaces transform, communities awaken, not because of what you say, but because of what you are. The light within you cannot be contained. It alters everything it touches. The systems of deceit collapse simply because they cannot operate in the presence of authenticity. The truth is contagious, not through preaching, but through being. This is why the chosen ones are often hidden. Heaven conceals them until the right moment. Many of you have been wondering why your progress has been slow, why doors seemed closed even when your intentions were pure. It is not rejection, it is timing. Heaven waits until the ground is ready before revealing its seeds. You are being positioned, not delayed. The old system still occupies much of the visible stage, but behind the curtain, heaven's replacements are being arranged. People are being moved into alignment with divine assignments. Hidden talents are being activated. Dormant gifts are awakening. You will begin to see synchronicities increasing, chance meetings, unexpected opportunities, sudden clarity about your path. These are signs that heaven's network is coming online. You are not alone in this awakening. Across the world, chosen souls are recognizing each other. It is a resonance, a silent knowing. You may encounter someone and instantly feel the same vibration, calm, clear, familiar. You are remembering your family of light, the ones who came before time to assist in this transition. There are millions of you, scattered in every nation, every culture, every field of life. Some are artists, some are healers, some are teachers, some are leaders hidden in ordinary roles. Each carries a fragment of heaven's plan. Together, you form a living lattice of energy through which divine light flows into the earth. The system cannot comprehend it, for it operates in division. Heaven operates in unity. As you walk in your purpose, the world may still try to pull you back into its noise. It will tempt you with fear, distract you with chaos, and try to make you forget who you are. But remember this: the replacement has already been decreed. The systems of the old world are running out of energy. They are surviving on borrowed time, sustained only by the attention of those still asleep. When humanity withdraws belief from illusion, the illusion dissolves. You do not need to fight it. Simply withdraw your energy from what drains you and focus on what nourishes your soul. The chosen ones are guided by peace. They do not argue, they align. They do not conform, they transform. They know that what is collapsing was never real to begin with. It was a shadow cast by collective forgetfulness. Heaven is building its new order through purity of intention. The chosen souls are being entrusted with influence, resources, and visibility, not to exalt themselves, but to serve the collective awakening. Humility is your armor, wisdom is your weapon, love is your strategy. You are the evidence of a new reality in motion. As the old world loses coherence, your inner world must become stronger. Meditate, ground yourself, listen deeply to your intuition. The voice of heaven does not shout, it whispers. The more still you become, the clearer you will hear it. The system thrives on noise, endless opinions, debates, and distractions. But heaven thrives on silence. In that silence, guidance flows. In that silence, miracles begin to form. The transformation of earth is not an event, it is a process. Heaven's timeline unfolds through human hearts. Some parts of the world will resist longer, some will surrender sooner. Do not measure progress by what the eyes see. The replacement is subtle at first, like the slow growth of dawn before sunrise. But once light crosses the threshold, darkness cannot return. That moment is coming. It will not look like a battle won. It will feel like a veil lifted. People will suddenly see what was always there, truth shining beneath illusion. The chosen ones will not need to prove themselves. Their presence will speak louder than words. Heaven's new systems will not be built in boardrooms, but in hearts synchronized by divine purpose. This is why patience is sacred. Many of you feel the urgency of your mission, but heaven's replacements operate according to divine timing, not human calendars. Every movement is calculated, every step sacred. You are being guided with precision, even when you cannot see the plan. Trust the unfolding. The universe rearranges itself for those aligned with divine will. What seems like a detour is often the perfect path. What seems like an ending is a transition. You are walking between worlds, carrying light from one into the other. Every time you choose peace over panic, faith over fear, you are demonstrating the new system's strength. The old ways relied on power. The new way flows through presence. The coming days will test your stability. The noise of the crumbling world will grow louder before it fades. Many will search for answers in confusion, but you will carry calmness that confounds them. You will become a living invitation, proof that peace is possible even in uncertainty. That peace will be contagious. People will begin to seek your energy, not your explanation. That is the mark of the chosen. They radiate alignment without effort. Heaven replaces through frequency, not force. You are heaven's frequency embodied. The old system fears you not because you oppose it, but because your very being renders it obsolete. When light exists, darkness becomes irrelevant. And so, continue to walk with awareness, chosen one. Continue to love without conditions. Continue to forgive even when it hurts. Continue to shine when others hide. The time of revelation is approaching, when what was hidden will be revealed, and the world will recognize the silent workers of light who kept the vibration alive through its darkest nights. Heaven's systems are not written in laws or constitutions. They are written in souls like yours. You are not here by accident. You are here because heaven trusted you to hold the torch in this transition. And as you do, the world slowly remembers that heaven was never somewhere else. It was waiting to be seen through awakened eyes. The systems of the world are trembling because their time is complete. What once ruled through control can no longer exist in the presence of awakening. The chosen ones are the quiet revolution, replacing structure with spirit, law with love, and illusion with illumination. The old order fades not with violence, but with vibration. Heaven does not destroy, it simply outshines. You are that light in human form, the evidence of a reality built from divine order instead of fear. You can already feel this change within your own life. What once held your attention no longer matters. The noise of the world grows distant, while the voice within grows louder. That voice is the guidance of heaven. It leads you not through logic, but through resonance. You know something before it happens. You feel a pull before you see a path. That is heaven's language, energy speaking directly to your spirit. The more you trust it, the more the path opens. The universe rearranges itself for those aligned with divine timing. This transformation may not always be comfortable. You will face moments of loneliness as you outgrow old spaces. You will question your direction when familiar systems fall apart. But know this: what is leaving your life cannot support who you are becoming. Heaven removes what blocks the light. Every ending hides an initiation. Every loss contains a revelation. The more you release, the lighter you become, and the more clearly you can transmit heaven's frequency into this world. You are part of a sacred exchange, the handing over of control from fear to faith. The systems of humanity were built upon scarcity and survival. Heaven's design is founded upon abundance and remembrance. When you live from love, you align with the flow of creation itself. That flow carries you effortlessly toward your purpose. You do not have to push. You only need to align. When you act from peace, you become unstoppable. This is the new way. The old world achieves by force. The new world manifests through flow. Soon, those who once ignored the inner world will begin to seek what you already carry. They will sense the calm that surrounds you, the authority that comes without ego, the love that needs no reward. You will not need to preach. Your vibration will teach. Heaven communicates through presence. Every healed soul becomes a transmitter of harmony, and that harmony spreads like light through glass, silent, radiant, unstoppable. You are that glass. You are the reflection through which heaven reveals itself to earth. Do not be afraid of the world's shaking. It is only the shedding of illusion. The truth is emerging, and with it, a higher way of being. Governments will change, systems will shift, but the true transformation will be within consciousness. Humanity is remembering that it was never powerless. The chosen ones are the first to embody this remembrance. You carry the codes of freedom in your very energy. Where you stand, density dissolves. Where you speak truth, deception breaks. The time has come to trust your inner knowing completely. You no longer need the approval of the world to live as light. Heaven has already affirmed you. You are seen, guided, and supported by forces beyond comprehension. Every breath you take sends ripples into creation. Every moment of gratitude strengthens the new structure being built through you. Walk as if heaven moves with you, because it does. You are not separate from it. You are its expression. And so as this chapter comes to a close, feel the truth settling into your heart. Heaven is not coming someday. It is unfolding now through you. The systems that once ruled from outside are being replaced by the divine intelligence rising from within. You are not waiting for change. You are the change embodied. The more you live as light, the faster the world transforms around you. This is the sacred secret. The revolution of heaven happens through awakened hearts. You are one of them. You are the proof that the prophecy is alive. You are the chosen soul through which heaven replaces the systems of the earth, quietly, gracefully, forever.